Hello there, and welcome to ADcraft. Today I'm showing you how to build this fantastic cyberpunk house in your world. I'll also be showing you a potential interior later, and there is a world download available for this. Pause the video for the materials for the build. This includes all of the building materials, but not the interior. Here's the layout and the dimensions of the build for you, and the overall size of the footprint is 17 by 15. And we are going to start by coming to this grey concrete area, and we're going to be taking this entire section, so everything that's marked out in this grey concrete, up to a height of 10 blocks, and that's at the front and at the back. With the grey area in place, we're going to start working on the andesite at the front here, and what we're going to do is we're going to come, and the front is the one with the sea lanterns, we're going to come and we're going to bring this up to 5 blocks high, and from these 5 blocks we're going to leave a 3 block high gap. So we're just going to fill in these 2 over the doorway and fill the rest of it all the way round. What we're also going to do at this stage is, once we've got this 5 blocks high, we're going to take this grey concrete out and we're going to link this up with the grey concrete on the other side, just like so, and we're going to build this up to the full height. So we're going to go up an extra 5 blocks on this to take it to the same height. Then what we're going to do once we've done that is come round here to the andesite section at the back, and this one is going to go up to the same height as this, so 10 plus another 3 blocks, so a total of 13 blocks. And we're going to fill all of this in with the andesite. We're also then, once we've filled in the andesite up here to those 3 blocks higher, we're going to do a very similar thing. We're just going to bring this all the way round and link these 2 up so that we bring this to the full height as well. So we will have 3 intersecting boxes, but with each of the heights coming in over the top of the one that's slightly lower. With our 3 areas stepping down like this, we'll come to the lowest area and we're going to start building the A-frame for the roof, and we're going to come up in the center block by 3. Then next to that we're going to go 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Then we're going to do the same on this higher section, so 3 in the middle and 2 and 1 stepping down either side. But this time, because we haven't got the building in the way, we'll do it on both sides like this. Now we're going to switch to our blackstone, and I'm going to show you this on one side, but we're going to do this on all of the sides of these roofs, and we're going to do this on the edges for them. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out 2 of the blackstone. We're then going to step up by half a block each time. So what we're going to do is, as you can see there, we've got half a slab coming right the way up to this point, and then we're going to just put some blocks on top and fill these in using some stairs. So there's going to be a stair, and a stair with a final extra block on top, and that gives us the nice slope that we're looking for this roof. So we just then will repeat this on all of these other edges. These 3 roofs are all built up to the same height for these edge sections, and what we're just going to do now to finish this off is do the same as far as we can, at least, with this wall in the way with this section here. So we're going to put in our 2 blocks, and then we're going to finish this off with the stair, and then that will line up with what we've got on the other side. The main portion of the roof is going to be in red nether brick, and what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top and work our way down. We're going to start by placing a red nether brick in the center, 1 block beneath this blackstone block, with an upside down stair there, then a right way up stair against it, step down 1 block, right way up stair. Then we're going to move to a block here, then a slab and a slab underneath, a full block, and then 1 final slab to come out here. So this will be 1 block beneath at the top and 1 block further in. Then on the underside of this, we're going to bring a stair in, and then on the bottom of the 2 stairs we've got a slab, and what that does is it gives us a nice slope up with the red nether brick. So we'll do this on all of the edges. For this section, obviously we just again repeat that, but from where we're joining it. So we're joining it at the full block, then we've got the double slab there, we've got the full block here, and then the final slab here. So do that again on the bit on the outside of each of the black stone sections. The edges of the roofs are done, and we're going to fill them in now. So the simple thing that we're going to do is we're just going to fill this in right the way across with the block that we have on the outside. Pretty simple. So for this one we've got the slabs, then we've got the full blocks here, and this comes across on top here. Of course we've got this, so we can't put the slabs underneath, but we can put the ones on top. and then again full block, stair, going the right way, stair, and then this is going to be slightly different because we're not going to put this full block here. What we're actually going to do in this center portion is just connect them up with some of these lovely shroom lights. So yeah, fill all of these sections in. Down here, exactly the same. We've only got one of these shroom lights to put in, and then only a couple of stairs as well to put in here. But as above, just fill all of these in with the blocks on the outside till you've got a full roof on all of these sections. To finish off the detailing on the roof, what we're going to start with is a slab on top and a slab next to that on both of the ends of this. And then inside that we've got a full piece of blackstone with a stair facing into that, and then two slabs just covering the middle. We're then going to take some of these jungle trapdoors and just run a line of these across and close them over the shroom lights on all of the sides. Down here where we've just got this, obviously we're going to put the jungle trapdoor on there. We're going to add the blackstone block, and then we're just going to have this little overhang as well. For this final section of the grey concrete, we're going to add a simple flat roof. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in underneath and we're going to add one more level of the andesite in, just so it lines up. And then as bottom slabs, so these are completely unspawnable, we're going to use some smooth quartz just to actually fill in this entire gap. Now we're going to start adding detail to the build, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to come in one block from the edge on the side and the top. We're going to go across 4, and we're going to be placing sea lanterns in all of this space, and we're going to bring this right the way down with the sea lanterns right the way down to this level just here, and fill it in. So it's going to be 4 by 8 right the way up, and this is going to be a full block of sea lanterns. Once we put all these sea lanterns in, we're also going to start placing some of the acacia trapdoors around the edge. So we're going to place some directly beneath, not on these blocks themselves, but beneath, directly above. And then this we're going to need to shift click. So you can place the first one against here, which we're going to get rid of, place one on top of it. So we can get rid of that one now. This is now in the orientation where it will flip up, and we now just need to shift click and place these going up the side of the build until we get to the top level, like so, and these are going to be closed like this. So it's going to give a nice ring around it. We're going to do exactly the same on this side as well. So we'll get that filled in, and then you've got a big billboard. With the billboard in place, we're going to make one adjustment, which is second from the top on this right hand side. We're going to replace that with a blast furnace. Now that's going to be like a power thing that we're going to deal with a bit later on in the build, but then we're going to add a pattern here. So what we're going to do is at the top and the bottom, again avoiding this block itself, we're going to place some slabs. Then here we're going to place some stairs. If I place them in the right place, one here and one here. On top of those, we're going to place some slabs. Then coming up to the top, we're going to have a stair again, and a stair. A bit fiddly to place. There we go. And the final thing that we're going to do is we're just going to have a couple of slabs through. So you can put any design you like on this, but I just thought that was quite a cool pattern to fill in here. Now, what we're also going to do is we're going to fill in a section here just with some of the warped planks. So again, we're going to be 4 by 2 this time, and then we're going to put a pattern on this as well. This design is pretty simple. We're going to place an upside down stair here with one beneath it. Then we're going to come up here and place an upside down stair just one block across. So we've got 3 stairs. Then at the top of this block, we're going to place a slab, and then this block and this block, we're also going to place a slab. So that gives us some nice lettering. What we're going to do again is surround this. Well, what we're going to do now is surround this by some end rods. So we'll need a block to place into, so I'll just use an end rod for now. But this is just a temporary block to allow us to place some end rods here. Here, if we shift click, we can place against that trapdoor that's a block away, and that'll give us the look that we're looking for here. We're going to do the same above. So again, temporary block, which can be anything, and then we're going to just place 4 end rods there to outline the detail and give it a bit of light around it. We're going to add another version of this billboard on top of the build. So we're going to come in 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th block we're going to place a slab here, we're going to come across 2 and we're going to place a slab here. On top of the slab we're going to place a prismarine wall, and on top of that we are again going to go for a pattern of 4 by 8 for this billboard. The billboard's now built and we are going to just duplicate the design that we had previously. So again, we've got the 2 slabs, we've got an ups, but we're going to be using the acacia this time instead of the warped wood. So that's the only real difference. Again, fiddly doing this, but we place our stairs here and here. Get rid of that one, it gets them the right way. We'll top that off and put that there. So as you can see, we've got the 2 different colours, but we've got the same pattern there. What we are also going to do at this stage is and the bottom ones are a little bit fiddly, but we're going to surround this on the edges with some dark oak trapdoors and make sure that those cover all of the billboard. We're going to do that on top, on the sides, and also on the back. However, it doesn't really matter where you put these, but we're going to pick 2 random places and we're going to place 2 blast furnaces in there. So 1 on this line, 1 on this line. Doesn't really matter where you put them, but then we'll also fill in the rest of this space on the back of the billboard just with these trapdoors. We're going to start adding some detail now to this grey section, and what we're going to do first of all is we're going to come next to here and we're going to knock out a 2 block wide gap all the way down to the ground here on this side. We're also going to do the same coming to the back of this grey section. We're going to have 1 gap around it here and we're going to have 1 here, and these are both going to be knocked entirely out, and then we're going to fill them with some windows. The design for these windows is we are going to start at the bottom with 2 acacia, then we're going to have 4 of the glass, then we're going to have 6 of the acacia, so this is 2 wide, 3 high, then again 4 of the glass, and then 2 acacia at the top. We're then going to finish detailing this with 2 iron trapdoors just above the acacia, and we're going to fill in a line of the end rods right the way up to those iron trapdoors, and do that for all 3 of the window gaps. Now to start putting some windows into this andesite section, we're going to come to the bottom of this big section and we're going to knock out 7 blocks across by 4 blocks high. We're going to knock out all of these. I'll just start showing you. We're then going to go up, leave a block gap and do the same again, so 4 blocks high and 7 blocks across, and knock out these 2 windows in this side. We're also going to go level with the floor and do the same here, so 1 block in, 4 blocks high and 7 blocks across, so knock those gaps out. For the last gaps on this tool section, we're going to again leave a block and come across the 7 blocks. We're going to knock up 4 blocks, but this time we're also going to take out the blackstone here at the top and knock all of these out. We're also going to replicate that just above this grey concrete on the other side, so come up the 4 including that blackstone, knock all of these out, and we've got all our holes in place. The pattern for these windows is we're going to run 4 blackstone up the sides on each side, then we've got 3 that are going to go in the middle, then across the top we're going to run 5 shroom lights, and on top of those we're going to put some jungle trapdoors that we're going to close, and then in these spaces we've got 2 of the warped stairs that are the right way up and 2 at the top that are upside down, and finish this off with some of the white stained glass. Now this is the same for all of the windows, the only difference being these top ones, where rather than having 5 shroom lights we have 3 of them with the jungle trapdoors, and then the extra blocks are taken up with some blackstone. To finish off the entrance and the front of this building, we are going to first of all take out all of these blocks. Now along the top we're going to place a line of the shroom lights with some of the jungle trapdoors on them as we have done before, and make sure those are closed. Then we're going to place a stair here, a warped stair here, and 2 stairs here. We're going to then put a line of blackstone in between those. We're going to put 2 of the warped doors in the build in this space here, some glass in here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put an upside down stair either edge, and we're going to come out with 2 of the slabs level with this. Now next to the doorway on this side we're going to put 3 of the white stained glass panes as well, and that gives us the finished front. We're going to add one more detail to this side, which is going to be replacing these 3 blocks with shroom lights and then some jungle trapdoors just to fill in that gap and tie it into the rest of the build. Then we're going to deal with this andesite section and the one at the back and at the back of the build. So first thing we're going to do is similar to what we did by the doorway. We're just going to add some upside down stairs here with some of the slabs and the black stone right the way through to the edge. Then starting at the bottom, we're going to come right the way across the build until this edge block and fill this in with some black stone walls. And we're going to do this for alternating blocks. So we're going to have black stone walls every other block and then andesite, which gives some nice depth going right the way up the build. And then once we do get to the top, then of course this does go right the way across to the other side like so. Once we've done this on the front and the back, then next to that, similar to the front of the build, we're going to add some glass panes. We're going to do this every other block. So wherever we've got our black stone wall, we'll add a glass pane, and then just using some end rods for some lighting, we're going to connect those up like so. So we're going to do that all the way around the build, and I'll show you what it looks like. To finish off the last bit of this andesite section, this tall one, just knock out two 2x4 sections to mirror what we've got on the other side, and then we're just going to mirror the bit of the design that we can see with the black stone, the shroom light, the warped stairs, the glass, and finally the jungle trapdoor. Inside the build now, I'm going to show you where to put the staircases and the floors. So we're going to use some polished diorite stairs here, and we're going to come here into this far corner from the front door. We're going to then step up the wall, and this is going to be a 2 wide staircase coming right the way through until the point that we get right the way to the edge here, where we hit this andesite line, and this andesite line is where that first floor is going to go. So we're going to be using some smooth stone and filling all of this flooring in. And what we're then going to do is we're going to add a staircase up to the second level as well, or the second floor. It's going to be exactly the same, just stepping up the wall, and we're going to keep going again until we hit this next andesite level here. And again, this is the little tower room and the second floor. So fill in all of the floors that you've got there with the smooth stone. You'll also be wanting to put some of the sea lanterns wherever you like, evenly placed within these within the floors themselves, and that'll provide light from above and from beneath. Now we're on to the finishing touches for the build. First thing we're going to do is build an air conditioning unit like we've built many times. So we're going to come level with this 1 block ahead. We're going to fill in some of the smooth quartz, so these are full blocks. Place a couple of blast furnaces one way, then a couple the other way, and then just shift clicking, put some rails on top to create an air conditioner. At the side of the build here, level with this billboard, we are going to place 2 nether brick walls, one level, one just in front of it. On top of that, we're going to get a couple of blast furnaces, one facing this way and one facing into it here, with another one shift clicked on top. Then we're going to place 3 of the andesite walls like so. On top of this, we'll place an end rod. On top of this, we'll place an iron bar with an end rod, and then on here we will place ourselves a warped fence with an iron bar on top of those, and then finish off with an end rod on each of these. The very last thing to do is just using some of these nether bricks as cables. We're just going to connect up in various different places to all of these metal and electronic devices that we've got, which is why we put these power converters on the back. So we're just going to use these to connect up, so they're like some heavy duty cables. We're also going to bring some of this up the wall, maybe like so, and just wherever you want these, just to fill in some of the gaps and to add that cyberpunk feel to it. So I'll go away and do that. Now the build's finished, I will show you an interior for it to give you some ideas. So we come in and there is a table area. We've got this seating place with a big flat screen TV, plenty of storage dotted about, and this kitchen. This is the main storage area that we've got, so plenty of places for you to put your stuff. Coming up to the second story, again, a nice big bed, a desk with a terminal, and then we've got this shower, toilet and sink. Bit more storage, and then heading up to, this is the one bit I hid away because the blocks don't really match with Cyberpunk, but we've got a full enchanting setup here. We've got a full brewing setup with some nether wart just behind there, and the things like the anvils and anvils and the grindstone. Completely forgot what it was called there. So this is just to give you some ideas. There are more ideas in my build hacks and tips video, the 50 for Cyberpunk builds. But hopefully that gives you some ideas of how you can actually fill this, because people often ask me, what can I put inside these builds? So I hope you've enjoyed this. All that's left to be said is, if you have, please do leave me a comment and let me know. Hit that like button as well, because it really does help the channel. And above all, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because a large number of people aren't subscribed to the channel who do watch the videos. So it doesn't cost you anything. Hit that subscribe button and check out some of the other builds that I've done. So with that all being said, all that's left to say is thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time on EthosLab. Bye!